Okay, the princess seam. So we've worked mainly with darts so far. Alright, and now seams, just like we did panel seams for the skirt, incorporating the darts to get the best fit. So it's just a different way. So we've got two types of princess seams. We've got the one that goes up into the shoulder, alright, and we've got the ones that go into the armhole. This is the best fitting one because you can see that these are effectively your darts. So this is the easiest one to start with, but when we're going to trace our block round, okay, we're just going to cut out and separate where the darts were. So we know that's the darts there, dart leg, and then we know that that's the point, the bust point there. And then nice and easy. Obviously this here is a point. We don't do it to we don't cut a point because we're curvy people. Alright, so when you separate these two, because that's a dart, so that's basically cut away. That's a dart which is cut away. So these you can see, you had your highlighter pens and you highlighted this section here and this section here. Just blend that, soften that point off when you're going to create that princess seam. So you'll end up with two pattern pieces. And this has got a slight curve there where it curves out. It's not a direct straight line. And obviously you eliminate, get rid of that dart. So when they're still sewn together, just soften that curve. We don't have angles. And you cut out the dart. Alright, and then you can see you've got, if you cut them all the way around, you have, then you add on, annotate. Remember your straight grains, obviously that's the centre front. You needed, before you'd done that, to mark your parallel straight grain on, and make sure you've got that straight grain drawn on as well, which is where it's handy if you've lined your centre front up on the spots and crosses, because then you've got your straight grains. So you can see you've then got, when you cut that out, add on your seam allowances. That's your side panel. Alright, and then you'd have one pair because you need a right and a left, and then that would be the front. You could have that as an opening if it was like a shirt, or that could be on a fold. And then you can consider obviously your neck shapes, V-necks, shoulders, extend it out, but this is just seams, using seams again to create your that's a princess seam for your design. So that's addressing this princess seam here, and exactly the same with the back. You join the dots, all right, and then blend the curve. So you will draw it round. I can fit it all in. Do it side. If I do it sideways, you'll be able to see. So and keep the dart there, and exactly the same way is eliminating the darts. You've got your dart ends drawn on, so you can start looking at style lines and seams. Alright, and what you would do is use a nice line, a nice curve. You might end up just moving that dart end point a little bit because of where your curves are going to go. So you might just sort of take it up and blend it round a bit like that, and then soften that curve a little bit. So you lose a little bit of shape here, but it's not too much. Fashion over fit. It will still be a nice fitting garment, and that's your centre back. You can have a zip in your centre back, something like that, and then again you separate the two. So you eliminate the darts, but when they're joined back together, the darts are sewn in. Don't cut too much away. Alright, and then that's the princess seam into the shoulder for the back. Obviously you cut it all around and add your seam allowances.